Aloha everyone, welcome back for another garden video. I hope you're all doing well. If you're tuning into my channel for the first time, mahalo for stopping by. My name is Kelly and I am an orchid lover from Hawaii. So it has been almost a month now since my last garden video. And if you watched that video, you know that it was a really hard one for me to make because we had just lost our 14-and-a-half-year-old dog Diamond. We've had her since she was born, so she was a part of our family, and that was really heartbreaking to lose her. Today I'm gonna show you guys what we did with her house because I did talk about how it felt seeing her house empty, and my kids still don't come back here. Like it's really hard for them to come back here without Diamond being here. But because I have all of my orchids back here, I don't have a choice but to come back here. So I needed to do something with her house that made it a little bit easier on me, which, like I said, I will show you guys what I did in a little bit. But first of all, I want to thank each and every one of you who reached out to me. I read each and every one of your comments, and I appreciate everybody. And I'm sorry that I didn't respond to anybody, but just know that I did read every single one. And thank you for all of your kind words. One thing I noticed is that I'm not the only one going through this. A lot of you are in the same situation, and my heart goes out to you as well. It's so hard. It's so hard losing a pet because they're not just an animal. They're not just a dog or a cat. They're part of our family, so losing them it's always heartbreaking. Anyways, I just wanted to update you guys on the situation with the insurance. Thankfully, they did accept my claim, but of course, they don't pay 100%, but at least they covered majority of it. And I'm so thankful that I had insurance this time around because my other dogs, I did not have insurance, and that was really hard financially. And even though I am not sponsored in any way by this company, I just want to talk to you guys about them a little bit because I feel like it's so important to have insurance for your pets. I did have two different types of insurance for Diamond. One was an emergency only insurance through PAWP, and you need to download their app. I will put their picture on the screen, and this insurance is super affordable. They cover up to 6 pets at once with one low $19 a month premium. But the thing is, you can only use it once a year on one pet, but they will pay up to $3,000 for a life-threatening emergency. So it's an emergency only insurance, but it's only $19 a month, and I highly recommend, if you have pets, to look into it. The other insurance I still have because I also have 3 cats, but I have Pets Best. I don't necessarily recommend that company, but I do recommend that you look into some kind of insurance for your pet besides the emergency insurance, because like I said, Diamond's bill was over $6,000, and the emergency insurance only covers up to $3,000. So my other insurance helped to cover the rest of that. Anyways, guys, it is still hard for me to be back here, but I'm going to show you guys what I did with her house to make it a little bit easier on me, so that when I'm back here, instead of looking at an empty house, I turned this into a little work area for me. So we painted in here, cleaned it up a little bit, Brought my little work table in here, and I bought this from Amazon. And this is so true, not just for Diamond, but for all of my other pets as well that I lost. If love could have saved them, they would have lived forever. That's so true. And my aunt also got me this wind chime. It has Diamond's name on it. So I just use this area to like work on my plants, and it's someplace that I can relax if I'm out here working and I need a little break. But I just didn't want to turn it into like a storage. I wanted to use it as a space that I could spend some time in and put some pretty flowers in here. And eventually, I told my daughter that I wanted her to either paint all of our dogs' names that we had right here, or print their names out on her 3D printer. So anyways, let me show you guys some of my orchids that I have in bloom, starting with this Vanda. This is probably my oldest Vanda. I bought it when I first started collecting, when I didn't really know anything about orchids. And I had it for many years and it never bloomed for me until now. So as you can see, it does not look in the greatest shape because it never bloomed. It kind of got moved around all over the place and it got neglected. But it finally bloomed for me, and I guess it was worth the wait because look at how pretty it is. Look at how big the flowers are. And I still have a couple more buds on there that haven't bloomed yet. Anyways, guys, if you buy a Vanda, make sure you look for old flower spikes, because if you don't see any, you might end up waiting many, many years before you see any blooms. Two of my Schillerianas bloomed. So this one has the spotted leaves, and this one just has dark green leaves. And you can see the difference in the flowers also. They have been open for a while, so the flowers aren't looking their best, but still really pretty. So here we have one of my orchids that I mounted in my shallow wooden basket. And this one is, I think it's called Dakao Flamie Inami. I might have got that wrong. Anyways, I didn't even know this one was in bud, so I didn't spray it with 7. As you can tell, the flowers look a little defective. So I'm assuming maybe the thrips got to it. Here we have my Vandopsis Lysochildioides that I got from Doug DeMoss, and it is in spike. And I need to keep this netting around it to protect it from the birds, which is sad that I need to do all of these things just to see flowers, but I have to do what I have to do. So Doug, if you're watching, check out that spike. Hopefully I'll see some flowers because this spike gets really long, like maybe 7 feet or longer. So not sure how I'm gonna do this, how I'm gonna protect it from the birds once it gets really, really long. I guess I'll have to figure out something. Anyways, guys, I have a lot of orchids available for purchase because the Kunia show got canceled. So I have so many different types of Cattleyas, Dendrobiums. I have Oncidiums. I will put some pictures and names on the screen of some of the things that I have available. So if you guys are interested, you can contact me. And I am also going to be at Penny's open house on Sunday. I will be bringing a good variety of plants with me, so come and check us out. If you guys attended her last open houses and you think you've already seen everything there is to see, I am telling you guys, you need to really look um, on all of those tables. It's like a treasure hunt. You just don't know what you're gonna find, because look at some of the things that I got from Penny. So this is a amazing Thailand. I think this one is a gold star. Look at how beautiful. And check out this one. So all of these plants I just got from Penny. This one is called, let's see. It looks like a chocolate drop to me, but it's not. So that is the name, Dennis Cone, BLC. And this one just opened. And check out this dendrobium. Such beautiful colors. And here we have this is like a Latoria type. 2 spikes, and that other spike just finished. Not sure if this is the correct tag, but I will look this up later. I also got Dendrobium cristotoxum from Penny. I got a bunch of these Dendrobium aggregatum. Oh, this one's in spike, guys. I didn't even know it was spiking. Anyway, she has a bunch of these available at great prices. And if you don't know what the flower looks like, I will show you, because I have a bunch that are in bloom. And I really, really love this orchid. I'm kind of hoarding them. I have this one. So this is probably one of my oldest ones right here. I've had it maybe for 5-6 years. And this time around, it gave me like 12 spikes. As you can see, it's been open for a while, so the flowers are already past their prime, like way past their prime. And they are really dark orange looking now. When the flowers first open, they're like a pale yellow, and as it gets older, it starts to get darker. So this one right here opened maybe a few days ago. And this one right here has been opened, not sure how long, over a week, well over a week. So this spike opened first. So as you can see, the flowers are already wilted, and these are newer. They look nicer. Look at this color, guys. Isn't it gorgeous? So I am like, I guess you can say that I'm hoarding my Dendrobium lindley, because I love them so much that I don't mind having multiple. I did sell one recently to my friend because she really, really wanted it. But other than that, I do not sell mine, because like I said, I'm so in love with these flowers, and I recommend everybody have at least one of these in their collection. And there's nothing wrong with having more than one, as you can see. So a few more of the orchids that I have available for purchase. I have these BC Little Birds. They are in bloom. And I have one that actually opens red and turns yellow. Isn't that cool? But I am keeping this one because I think it's so cool. I also have these Maxillaria Cape Yellow. These smell amazing. I have some Dendrobium Latoria type. This one is called Little Atro, and these are all either in bloom or in bud. I have a few Dendrobium amethystoglossum available in 4-inch pots, and I want to show you guys mine that I have in bloom. I almost forgot about it. Check this one out, guys. I have this one in a wooden basket with nothing but charcoal, and it is blooming. So pretty. And these are blooming size. You can see the old flower spikes on there. So again, if you guys want these, let me know, or come on down to Penny's on Sunday. I will have some of these available. Check out my beautiful Cattleya. This one is absolutely gorgeous. So pretty. Here we have a mounted Cattleya. This one is called Green Veil Dressy. So pretty, and this one has been open for a while as well. And I have this one mounted on a piece of cork. I love the way mounted orchids look. And speaking of mounted orchids, check out this beautiful pink spotted Cattleya. So the name faded, it's no longer on the tag, but I think this one is called Summer Spots Carmela. I will double check online when I edit, but it is absolutely gorgeous. It only gave me one flower this time, but I heard these can give you like multiple flowers at once. So I'm hoping the next time around it gives me like several, because this one flower is so impressive. Can you imagine how it'll look with multiple? And this has been open for a while, as you can tell, but it's still looking gorgeous. So that is the last of the orchids that I have in bloom that I wanted to show you guys. But this video isn't over, because I did want to show you guys some of the orchids that I got when Jonathan and I went to Hilo a few months ago. We went to visit Ben Oliveros, and I brought back some of his plants. And they are doing really, really well. Like this one right here has 2 new growths, if you can see that. Let me show you guys the tag. And if you don't know who Ben Oliveros is, he is an amazing orchid hybridizer who lives on the Big Island. And he recently won an award at the American Orchid Society meeting that was held in Florida just the other week. And I saw it on a fellow YouTuber's video, so I will go ahead and post a picture of that award so you guys can see what I'm talking about. And I also posted a video recently of an orchid auction that I attended for the Hilo Orchid Society. That was back in December. Anyways, a division of this plant sold for $300. And I wanted it so bad that I asked Ben if I would be able to get a division from him the next time that I went to visit the Big Island. So on my last trip, when we went to his nursery, he took a division from his mother plant and sold it to me. So I am so excited. I can see new roots in there, and I will put a picture of what the flowers look like. So if you guys haven't watched that auction video yet, go and check it out. It was so much fun. Ben was the auctioneer, and that was my first time ever at a live auction, so I had no idea what to expect, but it was super exciting. And there was another orchid there that I think sold for over $400, so it was pretty entertaining. Anyways, if you want to see some of Ben's other crosses, you can check out his website. I will put the information on the screen. You can also check out my friend Nelson's video, Nature Nell. He released a video about 2 days ago of the Curl Smith Orchid Show. He went to visit Ben's booth while he was there and showed a lot of his plants that he had available. And I also have some of Ben's plants available for purchase because I placed a big order with him a couple of months ago, and I have a few left in 2-inch pots. I think I have, let's see, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, about 11 in 2-inch pots. And I also have 8 in 4-inch pots. So these are all different types of crosses. And I do have a few more of Ben's plants in here. Some I got from the Hilo Orchid Show last year, and a few others I got while I went to visit his nursery just recently. I have some Dowianas in here and some other Cattleyas, but I'm hoping I will be able to grow these really well and see some beautiful blooms in the near future. So here is another one that I got from Ben, and this one was in bloom during the Kunia Orchid Show. I had this on the display for the Mililani Orchid Club, but unfortunately the show got canceled, so people didn't really get to see it, but these flowers were absolutely gorgeous. So before I end today's video, I did have a few announcements to make, starting with this Sunday's open house at Penny's Orchid Nursery. If you are here on Oahu, come and check it out. And I did show you guys some of the orchids that I got from her recently. She still has a lot of good stuff. You just need to look through all of the plants, check the tags. Of course, a lot of them are not going to be in bloom, but you can probably find a diamond in the rough. I'm telling you, she still has a lot of good stuff, so it's definitely worth it. Plus, I will be there. I will have a lot of my orchids with me. Matt's Botanics will also be there. Unfortunately, Jonathan will not be there this time because he's going on vacation, but it's still going to be worth the drive, guys. Trust me. Another upcoming event is the Kona Orchid Society Orchid Show and Plant Sale. So if you're on the Big Island, or if you're planning on going to the Big Island during that weekend, go and check them out. Also, the Mililani Orchid Club is going to be having their Mother's Day event. I am going to be a vendor there, so come and check us out if you're here on Oahu. And in July, we have the Hilo Orchid Society Orchid Show, which is the largest orchid show in the state of Hawaii. I have attended every year for the last 4 years, and it's gotten better every year, so I highly recommend it. I believe Ben Oliveros is going to be a vendor again this year, so if you guys are able to attend, definitely do so. And I will be putting out information about the show as it becomes available, so make sure that you're subscribed to my channel and also turn on that notification bell. So I think that is going to be it for today's video, everybody. Until next time, remember to always live aloha.